Hi all, welcome back to my channel. So I hope you guys are doing well. So let's get started today's session. So in this session we are going to understand how we can create a radio button parameter in SSRS report. So this is if you can see on my screen, this is the SSRS report user interface which I have opened. Okay, on right hand side this solution explorer is open and I have already created a blank report with the name radio button report.rdl file. Okay, so this is a blank report. Now we are going to create a report which will be in which we are going to create a radio button. So the data what we are going to show on this report is from the table employee data. If you can see, I have opened the SQL Server Management Studio here and there is a table employee data and there is a column is active. Okay, so on the basis of is active column, I am retrieving the record. So if I retrieve all the true records or all the records which are active, so I got 3 records here. Okay, and let's see the total amount records what we have in this. We have 4 records. So one record is false record, or we can say is not active as of today's date. So this much of data we are going to display in our SSRS report with the help of radio button. So radio button would is nothing. Radio button is like when we have a condition like true or false, then those type of the condition we can display in in the form of the radio button parameters. So let's get started. So I'll jump to the Visual Studio again, and as I told you, I have already created a blank report. So very first step in creating the report is once the report is created, the very first step what we need to configure is we need to configure the data source. We need to define to which source, from which data source we are going to extract the data from. Okay, so in my case, okay, it is SQL Server. For your case it could be some other server as well. Okay, and we need to build the connection string. If you have a connection string handy, you can just copy paste, and if you don't, you just click on the build and you need to provide the server name. So go back to the SQL Server, click on connect button, click on database engine. Here you will get the server name. Just copy it, close this dialog box, go back to your Visual Studio, just paste your server name. Okay, and as soon as you paste your server name, all the database will be displayed here. So my table belongs to this database employee DB. Let's click on connections. This connection is established. Very fine. This is done. Double click and see on the right hand side, on the left hand side we have a credential. So you make sure that you use the Windows authentication if you are using Windows authentication for connecting the SQL Server. Okay, so this is data source is configured. Now next step, what is the next step in the report to configure is the data set. Okay, now data set is something is actually the string, or is actually a SQL query which you are going to use to extract the data. Okay, data source is the location and data set, you can say the actual SQL query. So right click, click in data set, and you can give the like employee detail. It's up to you, you wanted to give name, or if you don't, you can keep it as default. But it is always a good habit to give nomenclature or give the good name to each and every entity. So data source, what data source? Data source 1. I wanted this data sets to be created inside this data source 1. Now what query you wanted to display, wanted to use? Okay, so go back to your SQL Server. So this query I wanted to use to display my data in my report. So just select this query, go back to your Visual Studio, paste it here. Now if you see here is active equal to 1, I have put it 1. 1 is hard coded value. I don't want it. I want this value should be selected by the user with the help of parameter. For that I need to make it one parameter here. So I'll keep the same name is active. Okay, so if you check here, so parameter option, we do not have any parameter value inside of this parameters. Okay, we do not have any triangular shape. So as soon as we create this query, you will be able to find this parameter with the name is active presented here. Okay, now click on OK. See, if you see here, now triangular shape against this parameters is visible and is active parameter is available here. Okay, now double click again dataset to check all the fields are coming. Okay, these are the fields. See, first name, last name, city is active. These are the four fields we wanted to be in visible in the SSRS report. So fields are fine. Option filters parameter is also fine, is active, is displaying here. Now if you see here, what is the next step? First is data source configuring, second is configuring data set, okay, third is you need to add the table, okay, in the layout or in the canvas so that you can display your columns. So just drag each of the fields which is available in the data set onto the canvas in the table. Insert one more column here, and we want this is active as well. Now just drag it and make it somewhere in the middle. One second. Yes, this is fine. Now if you want, you can just style it. I wanted to make it as bold. Okay. Background color, this is fine, I guess. And I wanted this as a white color, 4 color as a white color. So this is fine, right? Now, what will happen if you go to the preview at this stage? If you wanted to go and check what my report is going to look like, so in this stage you will find is active parameter but in a textual format. That means if you provide one here and view report, then you will be able to see all the active records, okay, and if you put here 0, then you will be able to see all your false record or what is not active records, okay. But this is not something which I expected. I wanted a radio button instead of text box, okay. For that we need to go back to the design and we need to change some conditions in the active in the parameters. So you need to go to the properties of your parameter, okay. By default, whenever the parameter created, okay, keep this thing in a note that by default whenever any parameter got created in SSRS report, it will be on textual format, okay. So this is the by default. If you see here, data type is text. So by default we need to change it to the radio button. For that you need to change it to the boolean, and that's it. Click on OK, and if you see here, boolean is select. Now, after selecting the data type as a boolean, it will be displaying as a radio button. Now go back to the preview. Now you will be able to see true. So it is asking you wanted to see the true records or false record. Okay. So I wanted to see the true records or the active records. So true records are available. Wanted to see the false, then it will be able to see the false record. So this way you will be able to generate or create a radio button parameter in SSRS reports. Okay, so the only funda is that you have to change the data type of the parameter what you have created to make it a radio button. If the value inside of this value inside of this parameter would be in 1 or 0, but if it is not in 1 or true or false, then it will not be able. Then you then the selecting the boolean for the different data type will not work. Okay, so I hope you like the video. In case if you have any doubt in creating a radio button in SSRS report, please be free and comment me in the comment box. I will be happy to help you out. Thank you and have a nice day, guys.